Hi guys, so I recently got in quite a few auto ships from Diamond Press auto ships that I have going through HSN, and so I want to use them today, so that's why they're open, because we looked at them when they came in. Whatever links I have in the description box, maybe affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. Of course, having said that about these items, these are auto ship, and unless Diamond Press brings some to their site, or if HSN has some overstock that they're going to bring in, I don't know that I would have links for that, but you know, for some of the other items I'll be using, those links are there, like the basic items. So, oh, I took the wrapper off this. So this is the auto ship for the hidden messages, like the spinner kind of hidden messages. But I'm going to do something different with it today, okay guys? So it's very different, I think, but it'll be a lot of fun. So we do have our little guides that help us know where to put the pieces if you are going to do something like what they're showing here. Like if you want the space in the bottom or up towards the top. Now this all goes back to the initial set, right? Because the initial set has like the base die that's going to cut all these other pieces like this. So you would need that for that. And then go from there. Which I have a video that's step-by-step on all of it. It's basically the same thing you would do to use these. But today what I'm going to do is, I think, we're going to try something different. I think this will be fun, hopefully. The way I have this plan in my head seems like it'll be easy and super cute, so we will see. So we're going to make what you saw in the picture there, and hopefully that's what I was envisioning. This is really sweet though, because it has all the stamps set over here. Oopsie. It does come with an extra guide like the ones you got at the beginning, but the stamp sets, so you can see the little flowers and all that. Oopsie. Oh, little faces. Oh, okay, I might use that, because I was gonna maybe stamp some sentence, but I thought no, it's just gonna be what I want it to be, so that might be something we're gonna do. And then it has all the dies for those flowers that you can stamp. It has clouds, a couple clouds, the little sun, the flowers, the leaves, and they all have like a stitching accent, which is really cute. And then I also had the auto ship for the sending hugs. I think that was the first one. This one I think is called Happy. This is the Slimline auto ship. And so what I'm trying to do is try out the things as they come in. I know I let things pile up on me, so I have a lot of things from like from March and April, I think, craft days I need to get to, but yeah, so this one I think, did I say it's called Happy? I don't know, I just threw away the case. It might be called Hello. I thought it was called Hello. Or Happy. Either way, it's the Slimline die sets that come with 2 inserts that mix and match back to the last auto ship and then to the original set, right? So I'm really happy to have this. What I'm going to do is use just this outer one, which I love for Christmas coming up too. I really like the postage look of this, but that's what we're going to be using today. I think I'm only going to use that piece, and then maybe the sentiments. We'll see about that in just a minute. Okay, so I grabbed some paper. Actually, I was like, what do I want for background paper? I think I'm going to use this, which is kind of interesting. We'll see what happens. So this is a Garden of Love paper pad. It's a little thicker, you know, because I'm going to make a shaker, and I want this to be the top. Of course, we're going to line it with, what's it called? With, vellum, not vellum. What am I talking about? Oh, vellum would be cute though, actually. Acetate. The word I'm looking for is acetate. Now we can cut this, you know, so it's long ways like this. Oh, actually, I didn't think about that. I was gonna do it this way, but, and then we're gonna put the little flowers here and there. It might be cute long. Yeah, I'll do this way. So I'm gonna cut this out like this. I'm gonna tape it down, you know, so it doesn't shift on me. And since we are doing some lines that are straight up and down, you know, I'll kind of eyeball where I want this to be. I don't really care. I just want it to be straight. So I'm going to line it up right at the edge of my paper. And like there, you know. So we'll cut that out. And then what I want to do, and what I thought might be cute, is to cut out little flowers. So I'm going to do the flowers. And I have some different colors here. And I'll just judge by... Oh, you know what? These two are textured and this one's not, which is kind of weird. I'll use the side that's not textured as much, so. Let's say like that guy, and like this guy, and like this one, because those are the flowers. I'm not going to use the sun today. But what I thought is that we can use this to make the aperture, because really that little hole matches up perfectly with this one, and even though this is supposed to go inside our other stuff, but I was thinking about making little holes like this, so then my flower goes on top of that, you know, and then kind of sprinkled throughout. So if I had one here, let's say we have another flower here, and another one here. I want this one a little bit higher up so we can put, so let's say that one's going to be there. Ooh, I can run it through at the same time. Okay. So I'm going to make this aperture there, and this little flower is going to go there. And then this one, when I come back, I'll run it through like here, and I'll run it through here. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But these guys, again, what did I say? Purple, yellow, pink. Okay. I'm going to run each one of these through the marquee, because they all fit through the marquee. And whenever I do something like this, I usually don't even tape this kind of thing, because what happens is I just hold it as I guide it through. Right? Nice old folder. Just to show you, even if it's warped, it'll still cut. It can be super warped and it'll still cut. The only time I get rid of them really is if it's like so warped that it's just, or like when if it breaks open here. Even at that, I still use them, but until it's super warped and broken, then I don't use them anymore. But look at how cute. Alright, so I'm going to cut everything out, and I'm going to run this one through with a larger folder, the elongated folder, and I'll be back. I'm going to do this last one. And I'm going to keep just using this little die. Now I can take this off my paper, unless you want to leave it there, but for me it's easier to add our stuff on here. So, okay, so now we're pretending we're going to have this guy here. Oh, so cute. And then like another one maybe here, right? So wherever I think I'm going to put the other one, I'm going to make my little hole there. Like there. Sure. So now I'm going to run this through, and it's going to make my little hole there, and then I'll do the same thing with the pink one. I'll come back and I'll line it up where I think I should be, and then run it through. So, all these little holes are so cute. Okay. And again, I mean, look at this folder is well loved. So I'm going to run this through, let that hole pop out, and then I'll do the same thing, eyeball where I want to put the pink flower and let that hole pop out, and I'll be right back. More pieces here, the pieces that popped out that we don't need. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I had to say, this is such a cute idea. It's already super cute. I do have some green paper though, because we're going to cut some leaves in just a minute. And then I decided, like I said, maybe I'll put faces. So I have this. I don't even have a card base yet. This is how I'm coming up with this, like as I'm going along. Sorry. Let me move some of this stuff out of the side. So this is just a piece of yellow paper. I was going to go with green, but I thought, well, I had the green leaves. So it's kind of bright because I do want it to show up, because let's say this is on here, and then also we're shakering it. So it's a little bit higher up, you know. So this paper is cut 2 7/8 because I kind of measured the inside part. It's about 3 inches, so I just did 2 7/8 because it can just really line up to here. It doesn't have to be, you know, perfect. And it's like 7.5 inches long. So what I'm going to do is eyeball through here, because we're going to have to put this on our card. And so through there, I'm going to stamp my little eyeballs and whatever. How big are their little faces? I didn't think about that. Oh, they have different things. That's funny. I like the little guy with the glasses, but for this card, I think it's not so much that kind of a card, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little sweet card like this. I don't need a little cool guy. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to go with black ink, but brown would be nice too, because it would just kind of mellow out the look. If you want to put this in a precision press or something like that, go for it. Look how juicy and cute that is. Oh, I love it. It's funny, I like to read reviews on HSN because I'm a crazy person. And a lot of times people will say, well, not a lot of times, but people have their ideas and they're like, oh, I don't know what kind of photopolymer stamp this is. I'm like, it's not photopolymer, it's acrylic. And I obviously not everybody watches my reviews. And I think when they demo, they kind of maybe forget to talk about those kind of like little details. But they're acrylic, so they're not photopolymer. It's a different type of plastic. And Of course, we love photopolymer, but what I've always thought and what I've always noticed, and whenever I work with this stuff, is that the ones from Diamond Press, I don't know what kind of acrylic they're made of. They're better than just like the dollar acrylic areas that you might see sometimes. At least that's my opinion. So, you know, everyone has their experience, right? Look at that. I mean, look how nice, super crisp. Again, I use VersaFine, which is some nice, juicy, oily ink. It's just really great for small detail, in my opinion. Or in my experience, I guess I should say. It's not really an opinion, because that's pretty much what it is. It's like a really juicy, oily ink. Okay, okay, so I have that. I'm going to, let's do the acetate. Why do I keep saying weird stuff? Because that's what I do. That's why. Let me grab some acetate, and we're going to line the back of this, and then we'll put our flowers down and get everything kind of put together. So I didn't even measure this. I just knew it was about 2 3/4 inches wide here, and then I just eyeballed this part, but it ended up being like just over 7 inches. You can, it depends on where you put your flowers, I guess, or where you situated everything. So for me, that's where that's at. And this is just a piece of acetate. This is actually a carrier sheet from a stamp set from Crafter's Companion. You can kind of see that they had left the shadowing on there. I just have to clean that off if I want to use it. So that's all that is. It's not even acetate that was purchased, you know. So I'm going to go close to my little circle just to make sure that that doesn't leave like a big gap. And all around that edge. I think that's about where we were. So since I did that part first, I'm going to turn this over. And we'll put our little flowers down. Now I was thinking about sticking them down completely. You can also kind of leave them up a little bit. That'd be kind of cute, right? So that you can kind of get some dimension. But that's up to you. So if you want to just glue them down around that part, I would just put the glue here and put it down. And if you want it glued down completely, then, you know, put glue obviously everywhere. For now, I'm going to leave it like this because I haven't chosen my leaves yet. So I am going to just go around the edge of this one too. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cute. Normally I don't care for flowers that have a big hole like this, and this one obviously it's meant for this because it's meant for the little aperture, but this is a great way to use them. And then I know usually the other ones have like a smaller hole, so it might not work as well for you, but still a cute idea. And see how I just kind of left everything free flowing. Okay, what I'm gonna do while that sets up is cut. This is really sweet. I mean, I was just thinking like, oh yeah, I can use these, you know, as I'm putting things away or thinking about how I'm gonna, what I need to play with soon. I was like, oh, these two can work together, I think, really well. So I'll put that to the side. And then I have some leaves. Again, I like the texture. I'll go ahead and do the texture side on the leaves. So I'll cut a couple of these. I don't really know if I have room for everything, but let's say I cut a couple of those and a couple of these, and then we'll see what we can do. Alright, I'll be right back. So I went ahead and cut also a sentiment. It's from the Slimline set. I just cut just a note. Oh, there's little grass in here too. I love a grass die. That would be cute to kind of tuck behind there, but I hadn't planned on that, so I put my flowers and things where I did, but you know what? No, will it? I cut just the note in black because I like the starkness of that. I thought that was cute. But you can put the little grass across here, and I would have done that before and then cut it all at once so that it would have the same shape, I guess. But I didn't do that, so. Alright, so we have some leaves, we have the words. This is a piece of craft cardstock that was 8.5 by 11, and I cut it 7 inches on the 11-inch side. And we're going to score it at 3.5 to make a slimline. And I just realized I didn't tell you guys the measurement on this, but they usually make it so it's 8.25 by 3.25, but let me see. Yep, 8.25 by 3.25. Diamond Press does the sizing I like. I know Anna Griffin does like 4 by 9 is basically what her slimlines are. So sometimes the layering of something might not be what you expect. And some people like that, and some people don't like that because it's very big. So, okay, this part's going to be a little bit tricky because I have to make sure these line up, right? So what I'm going to do is eyeball this. And what I'm going to do is use a tacky glue because it'll give me a little time to play with it instead of my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, because if I have to move it, Nuvo Deluxe is like, yeah, I don't think so. So let's use some tacky glue that'll give us a little time. Or even like a gel kind of glue, like those really watery kind. Not watery, but like clear. It could be thick. It just doesn't dry as fast as like this kind of stuff. So I'm just starting somewhere to eyeball it. But I want to make sure it needs to come down. Down, down, down. Down, and a little bit side more this way, and down. I think that's where we're going to stay, because I feel like that's as much as it's given me now. Yeah, this one was a little bit crooked. That is about it. Yep, because then I put this guy down anyway, so I knew that one was where he is. That looks good. Okay. Now, I'll tuck in like the leaves afterwards. I do want to put just a note now though, because that's flat. And I'm just going to put it here. Let me see what that looks like as far as... Okay. You guys. I mean, I was kind of thinking about this as I went along, so maybe this video took a little longer, but this is really fast. For a cute little card, it's going to have a lot of detail. Just a note. My goodness. Actually, I'll go ahead and tuck in the leaves now, I guess. So, let me look how cute these leaves are. Oh my gosh. When I cut them and they came out, I was like, oh, that is adorable. I mean, we can have these things hanging off and hanging out wherever. Oh, so cute. Again, that's kind of why I left it not really glued. We have another one there. We have the just because, or just a note. Trying to see how I want to do this one. I might trim down those a little bit. I do like the way these are, what they're doing. So I like that. So I'm going to just glue it now. Just like that. Oh, I was watching a video of Heartfelt Creations, because I had mentioned that Emma Lou, I think that's her name. She always did the Scrapbook Expo circuit, and I just love her style and all these things. And her gluing, it just cracks me up, because she's like, I want to shove this a little bit more under here. Kind of messy about it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you've seen any of her videos. She's like, yeah, just puts glue wherever and just kind of shoves it in there. I'm like, how? But I guess because her cards have a lot going on, it's hard to notice that something's like a little bit, just kind of glue everywhere. But it just makes me laugh. Okay, and this too, I want to bring it a little bit closer in. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit. Hopefully I don't mess that up. Yeah. Yeah, that looks a little better. It just was kind of sticking out in a way I didn't care for. And again, if you want these to have dimension, you don't have to stick them down completely. You can kind of mess with them, let them have a little fun. All right. There's some glue there. I don't want to get all over my surface. So I have that. Cute. And what I'm going to do is line the back of this with some foam. I'm just going to use this regular old foam. I did realize that this other foam roll I have is actually thicker, and actually this is what I want for making tags. I want to make some shaker tags soon. And look how thin this one is compared to this one. And people ask me all the time where I got this. It was from Crafter's Companion a long time ago. And I know Craft Stash has similar things. I mean, you can find stuff like this on Amazon. Just foam on a roll is what I would look for. But if I can find any links that make sense, I will pop them in there. Oopsie, that one's close. That one's close. Okay, good. So I'm going to frame this whole thing out, and I'll be right back, because what we want to do is probably put some crossbars here so that, like this part doesn't really matter, I guess. So that the glitter That one, I didn't make it join because I don't care about that. What I'm trying to say is whenever you have glitter coming out, you want to make sure that there is no space for the glitter to fall out. But since there's a lot of space down here, I'm going to put some crossbars here. So here and here, so the glitter doesn't go past there, and it'll be real close to that little face, you know? And then if you want it all the same, then that's fine. Just put all the same glitters, but what I'm going to do is, and I might still have them all the same, I just don't want them to fall down so much that you don't see them or they disappear. So there, and here. So I'm going to pour glitter in each one of these little spots, basically. Alright, I'm going to take the backs off of all of this, and I'll be back. I do want the glitters to be slightly different, so I have like clear, white, and yellow. So what I'll do is I'll do them like this. And basically I need to pour a little bit of glitter in each kind of face. And what I'm going to do to help me hold this down, I could put this, oh you know what, I could put this on my tonic magnetic mat and just put some magnets here to hold it down. But for now, since I didn't think to grab it even though it's right under me and not everyone has one of those, I'm just going to put a little tape just to help me hold that down. You can put it on both sides, but I'm just putting it there. And let's go for it. These are really big. This came from a shaker card kit, I think, from Crafter's Companion. I'm not putting too much either, you guys, because, well, these are big, but because I don't want a lot. And then I'll put the white one up here. And I'm trying to keep them in their little respective areas. That's why I know the face will help me with that. Those are really chunky. You know, I don't want that much. Let me take some of it off. I'll put it back in the bag in just a little bit. Okay. I'm just trying to see about how much. These are really big. Let's take those guys out. Okay. And then these guys. This one is better, the mixed sequin pack, because they're a little bit smaller. Those pieces are huge. Or at least in that yellow one. This one, since they're clear, I don't mind putting a little bit more. Again, you know, sequins, look at this one. It's like 4 of them stacked together, and that's the problem whenever I use stuff like this, because it'll get stuck under your shaker if it's that thick. So just try to make sure your sequence isn't really super stuck together, a whole bunch of them. I can see like this one is too. You can kind of tell because it looks way chunkier than anything else that's around it. Okay, so I took some time to do that, not really enough probably. Okay, let's tuck all that in, and that should be okay. Just kind of eyeballing where my little guards are, making sure I'm not gonna stick down any. This might be a little too much still anyway. Let's take some of that away. Alright. Okay, and this is scary. Right there. I'm eyeballing it from way up high. I'm trying to, at least. And again, I don't squish until I'm happy, so probably go over a little bit more this way. Okay. Not too much that way. Trying to correct one side, I end up doing too much. Hold on, maybe back over here a little bit. Alright, so I don't squish it down until I'm pretty darn close to what I would like. And then I like to flip it over. Give it a really good squish from the back. Alright guys, oh my goodness, this couldn't be any cuter. Look at that. I love it. I love the colors, the soft, you know, kind of palette, the little faces that I had no idea that that was even something that was in there. Super cute. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I know every once in a while I'm like, ooh, look at that. I know it's my own work, but like this is adorable. I mean, you gotta toot your own horn sometimes. That is really sweet. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, if there's any links available, I'll have them in the description box, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.